So, hi ladies, I am
Hi.
here with the Cultureville girls, and obviously, I have mentored you girls from January maybe 2018.
I think it's actually 2000 and we met in December 2019.
19.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, 2019.
Yes.
So it's been a
Yeah.
year
Yeah,
of like
basically.
working together,
Yeah.
and we met when I met you at the Christmas
Christmas
market in
Yes.
Manchester,
Yes.
and I just like the fact that you were so different in your thinking that it's like Christmas markets are not normally for people who are selling African attire, and you were there and you just stood out to me, and I just thought I like the way you were thinking, and I just wanted us to talk about it's like that relationship that we've had of it's like me approaching you and then working together, and how you found that relationship like over the time that we've worked together.
Yeah. So from my perspective, like it was amazing meeting you at the time that we met you. So like we had just decided that we needed like a range of different mentors with different experiences, and you came at just the right time.
Time.
Like we were literally talking about it, and it was like the week after that we sat down with you, and like it was just so crazy that you came around at that time that you did. And for us it was really inspirational because at the Christmas market we got a mixed reaction. Some people like you don't belong here, but actually your reaction was just like, "Well done, ladies, you're here at the Christmas market."
And you were like, I like what you're doing.
And that was so empowering.
Yeah.
That made us
Yeah.
believe that yes, we are here, we are doing it. This was not a mistake. It's good to have that representation. And like, sometimes it's very scary putting yourself out there, but actually like the point of a mentor is to encourage you, empower you, and direct you. Like, just having someone to bounce off to tell you, okay, here's how you do
Absolutely.
it, here's how you don't do it. And you came in at just the right time to provide that for us. And that empowerment, like, it's incomparable to anything because it just gives you such a lift on the down days, just sitting down and having a conversation. It gives you just like, it gives you fuel because being an entrepreneur is hard. And some days, you have down days. And
Yeah.
like having someone like you come into our life and give us that fuel, like, yes, you can do it. Yes, push the boat further. Yet, like, there was no element of fear, no element of you girls aren't enough, you're not qualified enough. It was, yes, you can, and how are you going to do it? And that was what we needed when we needed it.
You needed absolutely, and it's like, just to put things in perspective, we need to make people understand that as a team, it's like you were a strong team to begin with. I didn't come and found these girls who didn't know what they were doing and then kind of put you together like Humpty Dumpty. You already had a business model that was viable. You already had, it's like drive. You had a amazing work ethic and stuff. So I can't claim that, it's like the things that you've done had anything to do with me. But what do you think as a black mentor mentoring, it's like another black female? What do you think that is different from, it's like, just if you'd gone on and found, it's like another different kind of mentorship, it's like you've got different relationships. What is this relation? How is this relationship different from the other mentoring relationships that you would have?
So I think what's amazing about this is we see ourselves in you. If you can do it, we're inspired to believe that we can, because we know that the challenges we face and the obstacles we face is not going to be the same as a white man or even a white woman. There's people see color, unfortunately, in our society, and I think for us, some of our big goals that we want to achieve, we keep getting told no, we keep knocking on the doors, but we've seen you go on to achieve those things that are our dreams, our goals. So we feel inspired, and also we're learning practically from you. How did you get here? What are the steps you took? Here's what we're thinking of. Cody, can you proofread this? Or actually, we want to be in magazines, we want to be on TV. We've seen that you've been on TV and you've been in magazines. Can you take a look at this? You were the one who sent us the press pack and what that template looks like, and now we've been in multiple magazines, from Hello Magazine to ITV to BBC Radio. We've done all that now, but we're literally talking about this months ago, that this is our goal, this is where we want to get to, this is what we want to do during this time. You know, I feel like the whole world was on this negative thing, but you know, we were really of the belief that we could make this time work. And you were already telling us, okay, start thinking as we're coming out of lockdown, what is it that you want to be focused on? Because next year is going to be huge, and we're already planning for that. But beyond that, I feel like any ideas that we have that we bring to you, you think about, okay, so how can I empower you and equip you to be able to do this? There's certain dreams about getting stuckers that we discussed, and you told us about the best way to go about it, what you found when you walked the same path that we're trying to walk. And I think as a Black woman, you are uniquely qualified to give us advice on where we are and what the challenges you faced were, so that we can make sure that we're not making those same mistakes. It's like when you made those mistakes, you made them for yourself and also for us, so that we can learn from your mistakes, and then we can take an easier route almost. And then when we make our mistakes, hopefully there'll be people behind us who we can say, hey, don't do it that way. But honestly, it's been invaluable having you on our team.
Thank you so much. And you know, it's like some of the things that, you know, it's like some of the experiences that, you know, it's like having somebody who's looking from the outside looking in. You know, it's like a player will see a different perspective from somebody sitting on the terraces. And I am kind of sitting on the terraces and I'm looking in and I'm seeing what you're doing. And the other thing that I was going to ask is, you know, it's like you've done amazingly well in the time that I've worked with you. I've literally seen you grow in leaps and bounds, and you just like knocking it out of the ballpark. And, you know, it's like I have a conversation with you and I was like, girls, there's this thing, can you look into this? And, you know, a day later or 48 hours later, you come back with feedback. It's like, I've already done that. And you've been on Lorraine, you've been in papers, you've come back to me and you've given me now, you know, it's like pointers of like, Cody, have you heard about this? Are you doing this? So that whole mentoring thing, it comes back round. It's not always, you know, it's like people always think that, oh, if I mentor people, I'm taking time out of my day. But what we find is when we sit down some of the times and we have chats, I come away with as much as I give to you. So what would you say to people who are out there and they're killing it and they're just scared to approach somebody? Because you know, it's like I could have just been too scared to come to you and say, you know, it's like, you know, it's like I really am passionate about what you're doing. What would you say to somebody who's, you know, it's like thinking about going out and mentoring somebody and just not confident?
I would just encourage you to do it, because I think the way you've done it is just the ideal way. You didn't come to the table saying, oh, I have every solution to every problem. You came saying, this is what I've done in my life, and if I can help you, then I will. I don't know absolutely everything, but I will help you insofar as I can. And so don't be afraid. As mentees, we didn't come putting everything on you. We came and we're like, we have this drive, we have this passion. We see that you've already walked the path, and that's all that we want to gain from is the experience that you have. So I think go out there and do it. There's nothing to be scared of. Us as young people, we just want to learn. We don't have anybody who's done this, and if you don't do it, then you're kind of not you're not creating for a better world. By you giving us your time, giving us your experience, sharing with us, you've already created better people in us. You've already encouraged us. Maybe the days that we should be crying, we're like, Cody's been through worse than this, and she used those stones to make herself better. So let's not get down on ourselves. Let's pick ourselves up, you know, let's go forth. And I just feel like there's nothing to lose, basically. Jane, do you have anything to add?
I feel like one thing that we've definitely like reiterated throughout our relationship is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And
Absolutely.
I think that's so important. And I think as Black women, we don't see a lot of us in boardrooms. We don't see a lot of us on the FTSE 100. And the way we get there is not by being insular, but by actually like putting ourselves out there. You know, you as a Black woman, you felt the responsibility to hold the door open for us as Black women. So there's more of us in positions of power. There's more of us taking over and being visible and being excellent and being known for being excellent. And that's how we get to the top, by helping each other, by like seeing us, okay, we're a bit lower down on the ladder, help us up. And then when there's more of us up there, there's more of us to pull other people up with us. us.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what you're doing, and you're inspiring us to help the next generation, so we can do that for other people as well. So I think it's absolutely important to feel that fear, but do it anyway.
Do it anyway.
Find
I
people
love that.
who have the same mindset as you,
Absolutely.
who are willing to work hard, who are willing to push themselves, but do it anyway.
Do it anyway. I love that. You know, it's like they say that there is no courage without fear. So if you've never been scared, then you're not courageous, because you don't know how to push through that fear.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like I can't tell you enough how, you know, it's like when you watch your child go from primary school to, you know, it's like that's how I feel when I watch you. Like I always say to people, I need to remind people that I didn't do any of this for you, because I could have worked with people who were not driven, who didn't have the dream. So the dream to want, or the hunger, was all yours. The vision was all yours. The talent, and you know, it's like the people that wanted to go out and do this was all you. But what is it in a mentor-mentee relationship that makes it work? I mean, we've become like sisters. I mean, you don't need to set a date or to have an appointment to call me now. You can just pick up the phone and like, Cody, this is what we're thinking. I mean, we arranged to do this like a week ago. It's like, okay, let's do this. So we've come to that place now where we have gone from a formal relationship to being like, we are sisters and we're doing this for each other. What does it take to have, in your opinion, a successful mentor-mentee relationship?
I think one thing that was really good about you was that you set down what the rules were, right? At the start. You kind of set out, hey, ladies, I really want to help you, but I'm also a really busy person. I'm working on all these companies and all these projects at the same time. I'm getting my master's, I'm doing XYZ, but this is something I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
But if you work hard, then I will make sure that I can give you all the resources that I can. And I thought that was amazing. Like you said, she had some one-liners.
She said, "I don't back losers.
Yes.
So you ladies cannot lose." And I thought, oh,
that is true.
And so, okay, we've got to have this. We've got to do it. I'm like, yeah.
You had some one-liners that day, like, I don't beg a fools, I don't back losers, okay? This is a winning team. Like, and so, you know, and I think one thing that was really good about what you did was you were always open. You know, you knew that you were busy, but you said, if I don't send you this email by the time I say I'm going to send it, give me a call, because I'm so busy and I have so many things on my calendar that I will forget. But when I do, make sure you, and I made sure I WhatsApped you as soon as the meeting was over. I sent you a list of everything you said. I emailed, I followed up. And I think that that's one thing that as mentees, you need to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that mentor-mentee relationships that have broken down, but as a mentee, I feel like I need to make sure that I am getting back in touch with you. I'm making it as easy on you as possible to mentor me. I don't want to be a burden on your plate. I want to try and make sure that I am worth the time that you invest in me. I do make sure that I follow up. I do the steps. You know, I give you some feedback on what happened with that last thing that we discussed, so that way you're even more excited. You're more excited to mentor me.
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
like, oh, here we go again. Oh, this girl is calling me. Maybe she'll come and I'll send her all of this and she won't do anything with it. We want you to be excited. We want this to be a relationship where we're pouring into you, you're pouring into us, and I feel that way it's mutually beneficial, like this relationship we have here that's been successful.
You know what, that is so true, because it's like some of the things that, you know, it's like you find when you genuinely want to mentor. And for me, it's not just Black women, it's women in general. I'm passionate about that. And normally it's not even about money, it's about, you know, you see greatness in someone. It's the badass in me seeing the badass in you and saying, you know what, use my ladder. I want to help you. And it makes it so much easier when as people we know that we are both heading for greatness. But my greatness doesn't have to impact yours. It can only complement each other. And you come together and you create fireworks, because you know what, if you've got a match and I've got a box, we can light a fire. If I've got a match and I don't have a box, we can't light a fire. So that whole symbiosis that we have, that realizing, it's like, and I think another thing is the respect that we have for each other. We like sisters now, but then I know that if I send you an email, you will reply, and you're respecting my time. And I know if you come to me and you say, Cody, this is what we've been working on and stuff, and I'm busy and stuff like that, I need to respect you enough to say, even though I'm taking my time out of my day, there is still a level of respect that needs to come to you to say, ladies, right now I'm busy. Can you bear with me? And I'm really sorry I haven't been in touch, because life happens. And I think that whole understanding and that whole respect and that whole being able to recognize that we are all on a path, and this path that we've chosen to be on is a very busy and lonely path, and sometimes life happens. And just giving each other enough room to wriggle, to say, you know what, things are not working right now, give us space. And I think we have been able on both sides to do that, to kind of recognize that, we're busy right now, maybe we'll step back and then we'll pick it up again, and then where were we last time? And I think the other thing that we do that is really good is we are constantly being each other's biggest cheerleaders. It's like when something happens in your life, it's almost like it's me who's achieved it. I am personally invested in your success, and something happens in my life, you shout about it, and you doing that doesn't diminish your star, and me doing that doesn't diminish me in any way. And that is something that I find that is really, really amazing about mentoring. And
amazing. I think what's interesting is all the paths that you've opened up that we weren't aware of. So one thing that you really spoke to us about at the start was like going for awards. That was something that we didn't really think about prior. And it's funny because over the last couple of weeks we've been talking, Cody said we should do these awards. Some of those awards, because of COVID, have been impacted. Okay, at this point, what other awards? Let's look into the horizon. Let's see what awards we should be going for now, and things like that. So you really gave us a wider perspective than we already have. Yes, there were things that we're working hard on, but there were things that our eyes didn't even see because we were limited by our experience and our understanding. So you open our world up to say, okay, ladies, do this. This is what helped me. You can go for this. It will back you up. It will show that you're a reputable brand. You know that you're a reputable brand, but the world might not know that. By you winning this award, it backs you up and it shows people, wow, they've won XYZ, and that makes you look better. So I think the advantage we get is benefiting from your perspective more than anything else.
So I am sorry.
I just wanted to say thank you for what an inspiration you've been.
No, but you know what? I want to say thank you. Like I say, it's like people look at mentoring as a job. I never look at it as a job, because for me, I always come away feeling like I can take over the world. It's like you've got those days where you feel like I can't do this, and you go and I sit with you girls and I see what you've achieved and what you're doing, and you come in with these little gems that I hadn't thought of, because it's not just you learning from me, it's me learning from you as well, because you're looking at the world from a different perspective. So I come away from these meetings pumped, and I come away and I'm doing things that I wasn't thinking about doing. You were talking about, it's like my social media, and that is changing. You were talking about, it's like how to reach the wider audience and stuff like that. Those are things that you learn, and I think that's the most important thing that people don't realize. By going on the mentorship journey, you're not only doing somebody else a favor, you're doing yourself a favor, because you're getting someone else's perspective, because you have to listen to them as much as they listen to you. And B, it gives you also, I think it gives you a sense of accountability, because I can't teach you to do stuff when I'm not doing it. So if I'm going to come to you and say, it's like we have that first session of like first 10 minutes of like, what have you done? What have I done? So you'll be telling me I've done this, and I need to come and also say to you, this is what I've done. So you make me accountable. So you make me want to be better. You will make me want to do better. And it's like, it's a healthy kind of, it's not a competition, but it's a healthy kind of like lift me up that goes both ways. So I really want to thank you, and it's been such a pleasure working with you, and I hope this this whole relationship
Yes.
continues for a long time.
Yes,
because
us too.
It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you,
Thank you
Cody.
very
Thank
much.
you.
These are the Cultureville girls, and it's like you can find them on Instagram.
Yes.
And where else can
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google, Pinterest, everywhere you are.
Absolutely.
We are there too.
And our website, cultureville.co.uk.
Cultureville.co.uk. You
Yeah.
take it here, and they make amazing African outfits. You want anything to do, earrings, head wraps, tops, skirts, trousers, blazers, everything that you can think of, go on that. If you're looking for an really nice African outfit, go to the Cultureville website and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.